Howdy, folks. Hey, what's up? How's it going? I wish I could hear you, but I'm hoping that you're saying you're good. Um, I don't know. Is this audio good? Is this audio quality good? I did a few tests. We'll have to see. I am using a pair of headphones to record this time. So maybe that means it's better. Maybe that means it's not better. We'll just have to find out. But aside from that, welcome back to the ChristainBoy podcast. And I, as always, am your Christian boy, Jude Mercer. Wow, episode 2. Guess I didn't even think the first one would go up. I was just like, I'm going to talk to myself for 45 minutes and see if that sounds anywhere close to being good. And it didn't. So I left it all out. But apparently overnight, some magical podcast elves came into my room and edited it and put it up. That, of course, is a joke. If you still believe in podcast elves, it's time to wake up. Actually, yeah, I just threw it all on my computer, edited it together, and there's not a lot of editing when it's one really long video, so that's pretty nice for me who is tired of always editing things. But yeah, I have made another episode, which is going on right now. I actually made it the first night I got back from my grandma's house. In case you don't know, I am in my attic right now at my house in Leamington, Ontario. So, just gave away my location. So, if you hate the podcast, come on, you can send your hate mail to a house somewhere in Leamington. But I actually did record the episode 2, and I was 30 minutes in, and it was not as good. There was quite a lot of talk of, hey, by the way, just so you know, I've ran out of topics, which is something that people want. Transitions are good. But by the forces of the Lord, I can only say, my phone died. So, 30 minutes wasted, and it was a good wake-up call to, hey, don't make these too quick because you're going to run out of things to talk about and sound like an idiot. So, here we are. And if I end up biting my own tail, or whatever the phrase is, and end up running out of things to talk about here, well, that's that. But, hey, you came back. Thanks for that. You probably didn't even listen through the whole way through episode 1, but if you did, you have 1 gold star and you're on your way to 2. Look at you go. But yeah, I am now back in my house. I, of course, live in the attic because there is no heating in it whatsoever. So that's, of course, where I live. I, of course, do live in a room, and I am not a homeless man in my parents' attic. No, but this is the quietest place I could think of. So we're rocking out here. It was really cold last time, so this time I'm wearing a festive Christmas hat. It's a toque. In case you don't know what that is, it's like a sock for your face. And it's nice and comfortable. This goes over my ears, which have headphones in them, and I can't hear the world around me. So if my mom's shouting something at me, and if I'm about to die, I won't know. And that's the fun of it. So here you go. 4 minutes in. Already bad, probably. Probably shouldn't be critiquing it too much, but do you know what? Let's hop into it. I actually do have water here. That is the sound of water, in case you don't know. I do have water now, so my mouth won't get all dry, and I'll be able to be as lively as ever. Also, a few questions from the last podcast. The first one being, why are you the way that you are? No. But people were wondering, what is the theme of this podcast? Like, most podcasts are like, oh, this one's about crime. This one's about sports and stuff. And I'm just going to let you know right here, front and center, this is about me. I'm probably top of the charts of the one podcast that is about Jude Mercer genre, where it's just me, and I will talk about things. I will bring people on and talk to them about things, and that is the theme. That is what we're going with. It's just me. And if you can't get enough of me, you can come listen to my podcast, which is more of me. But you don't get to interject and say, Jude, stop talking, because you don't have that power anymore. Okay? Also, apparently, the hot takes last week were offensive, so I'm sorry, Liam Neeson, because you seemed very upset about all the Liam Neeson jokes I was making, and I'm sorry. That really sucks, man. All of the love in the world goes out to you. It was all in good fun, and hey, maybe you could come on the pod. Anyways, let's go back. Rip, 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 zip, zip. Those are reversing sound effects. And let's go back to where I left you off. I was at my grandparents' house. I miss them already. Being back here isn't as cool. They have cool things there. We went to the cottage, which is a little property that they own in this little private camp place. So we went out there and we brought everything everything inside, outside, and we were unpacking it. We were putting up everything, just putting up chairs and stuff, raking leaves, and it was a swell old time. It was. We were getting into it. I was unwrapping the golf cart, and this was one of the first years where my papa put the batteries in and kept them in over the winter. So we assumed they'd be dead. But to our surprise, when we unwrapped it like a big old Christmas present, there was some juice in it. There was Tropicana juice all over the seats. We don't know how it got there. No, but the battery was there, and it was working. And I got to drive around a little bit, which was great, because I suck at regular driving as well as golf cart driving. So it was fun. We drove around the campgrounds and saw some stuff. And then we came upon to this one church, and I was like, what are those kids doing inside that church? Rubbing their face against the window. But then I saw that they were mannequins. Excuse me? Yeah, mannequins. People just put mannequins in the church windows for some reason now, since everything is shut down. And as we looked around more all over the property, there were just more mannequins in people's cars and in people's windows. And I'm not saying that I have a fear of faceless human entities that don't move, but I'm pretty sure I just have a natural distrust of them, because they don't have eyebrows, and that is the only thing I have against mannequins. They don't have eyebrows, and if you don't have eyebrows, I don't know what facial expression you're trying to make. So, plus they don't have a face, so that would also be pretty hard to understand what they're saying. But yeah, there's just a ton of mannequins got around and stuff. And yeah, we were not happy to see all these fake people out there and stuff. Just so many fake people. And yeah, fake people. Dude, I don't mess with fake people, dude. They're so creepy. Okay, sorry. Hold up. I'm just imagining, like, okay. You know those guys who are all like, in their bio, they're like, man, frick fake people. I don't mess with fakes, man. Fake people, nah, dude, get out of here. Those people, imagine if they are just talking about mannequins and they don't know what a mannequin is. So they're just like, they don't know that a mannequin is called a mannequin. So they're just like, man, fake people, I hate them. They're so creepy. They don't have a face. I don't mess with fake people. And I'm laughing at my own joke, which is okay, because I thought of it and it's funny and I'm going with it. It's a little bit of a bit. And I like the whole fake people thing. Just imagine, if you will, you and your best friend are going into Baby Gap, because where else would you want to go at this time of the year but Baby Gap? and your friend's like, oh, dude, there's so many fake people in here. I don't feel right. And you're like, oh, what do you mean? And they're like, there's just so many fake people in here. And you're like, oh, did you work here? Like, is the staff fake? And they're like, no, not the staff. No, there's so many fake people in here, man. And then you're like, okay, well, point them out. Which ones are fake? And then they're like, that guy right there with the plaid shirt, no arms. Yeah, him. You mean a mannequin? A what? No, that fake dude over there. He's so fake. Like, he's not even real, dude. He doesn't even have a face, man. And they're just appalled by all the fake people in the world. So, in case you didn't know, when people are talking about fake people, they're really talking about mannequins. And that is a little nugget of knowledge for you to keep with you today. Anyways, we left the cottage after we were done. Like 18 of our cousins showed up that I've never met before. Or I probably have, I just don't remember. A lot of people showed up at the cottage as we were leaving and stuff. So yeah, we got back home. We watched a movie, Joe versus the Volcano, which is now my favorite movie ever. It's very good. It is really, very, truly just good. It is Tom Hanks, and he is diagnosed with something, and he realizes he only has 6 months left to live, and he's broke, and he quits his job, and this rich man finds him, and he says, I will pay for you to have all the fun you want on your way to this little native island, and you'll be treated very well, and then you just got to go and jump into the volcano because they believe that the volcano needs a sacrifice. And it is one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. It's really old, but it's still great. And if you've seen Tom Hanks in Castaway, it's a bit like that. There's a few Castaway elements to it. It's basically, yeah, it's like Castaway but better, and it's funnier, and he doesn't work for FedEx, and yeah, it's great. Sweet, very cool, very cool. So eventually I had to go home, so my dad booked a train, and Liam Neeson was there. It was great. My dad booked for me to take a train ride connecting from Coburg to Toronto, and then Toronto to Chatham, where I would be picked up. And I haven't had a good experience with trains in the past. The last time I took this round trip from Coburg to Toronto to Chatham, the train was very, very late, and I showed up to Toronto Station having no clue where to go, and nobody was really helping me because everyone was just figuring out and stuff. So they got all the people on the late train who were trying to get on the late train to meet in an area, of course, because the train had already left by the time we got there. And we had to take a shuttle back, and it sucked. It wasn't those cool. It was supposed to be one of those cool ones with Wi-Fi, because I had a Wi-Fi train, and I wanted another 4-hour Wi-Fi train, but I got a 6-hour tiny bus excursion. A tiny bus filled with people. The seats were very sweaty. It was not a good time. And it was kind of shocking and alarming because I didn't know where to go. But this time I figured it out. It helped that there were no more than 15 people in the building at a time because of this whole virus vacation everyone's going on. But yeah, did it. It was I got on the train. They gave me some hummus, a little bit of hummy for my tummy, which was great, because I do not eat meat anymore, as you probably know. So that was, they didn't just hand me a bucket of hummus. No, they gave me these. Everyone got a little prepackaged meal and stuff. So that was great. That was great of them to do it. Yeah, this episode's sponsored by Via Rail. Yeah. Nope, but I got back. There were fireworks. I know they were for me, but everyone else is telling me that it was just some other random guy putting off fireworks because it's a long, weekend, but I'm pretty sure somebody out of the joy of their heart just wanted to celebrate me coming back to Leamington. So here I am. Rock me like a boulder. I don't know if that song goes. But I am back. And back in my house, which is nice to be home. I missed my dog a lot, so that was great. My dog was excited to see me for 2 minutes. And then, of course, got distracted by something else. But 2 minutes is a lot for her because she doesn't have a very big attention span. She's been sleeping on my bed a lot while I was gone. My parents tell me that's because she missed me. I know it's just because I have a nice bed and nobody else was bothering her. And she could go and sleep on my bed alone and make it smell like a smelly dog. So, that's fun. Yeah, I am now back to the grind, back to the online stuff. Ooh, online. Speaking of online, that online birthday party I went to was pretty cool. There was like 12 people there, I think. 11, I don't know. A lot of my friends were there. It was of course Jillian's birthday party. Yeah, we did a Jillian trivia stuff where we just had to guess questions. I got 8 out of 16. It was better than Cora. She got 7. If you're listening to this, Cora, you only got 7. I got 1 more. I am the superior person. But yeah, it was a grand old time. I found out that apparently her favorite show isn't The Office. So, which I don't care, but if she said it was. And I am a bit appalled by that because I don't know. You either hate The Office or you love The Office. There's no in between. There's no like, I'm cool with the show. You either think it's the funniest thing on earth, or you're just like, whatever, it sucks. Or you hate it because you know people who are obsessed with it, which would be me. So, I'm the reason a lot of people hate The Office. And you're lost, dude. Like, not my problem. You're never going to experience joy in your life. Yeah. So now I'm back and more online stuff. Online schooling, which is great. I now attend like an hour and a half long math lesson every day over online. Today my teacher left the meeting twice. She left right in the middle of it and we were all very confused, and she came back and then she just said, okay, does anyone have any questions? No? Well, get your homework done. And then she just left. She didn't even wait for everyone to leave. So Pen Dog is awesome. First and foremost. Yeah. I've been attending online churches, which are so much better because to me, one of the hardest parts about church is putting on pants. And now I don't have to. So I just wake up and it's church. It's also a lot easier to heckle the pastors. Like, I can make fun of Michael Bassett's weird hand gestures, or my dad almost knocking over the little keyboard thing by shaking it too much and stuff. I can make fun of the pastors from the comfort of my home, and people next to me won't be like, shh, hey, we're listening to the Bible, or come on, that's rude and disrespectful, why are you heckling him? But if the Lord puts an anointing on my heart to tell someone that their hands are moving weird, I go with it. Your hands are weird, pal. Sorry that you have to hear this first from me, but yeah. So, here we are. Been watching, of course, everyone's watching a lot of movies lately and stuff. Is any of you guys getting into like the older movies? Like, I find the older the movie you watch, the longer the opening scroll is, where they give you the credits first and then a second time at the end, which is weird, but I guess good, so people will actually read the credits by putting them first. So they have to look at the credits before leaving. So there's that. And the house just shook, so that's interesting. Is someone here?
Yeah.
What's up?
Nothing.
Okay, that is Joel, my brother Joel Mercer. He has a soccer game tomorrow. Yeah, it's like the older the movie you watch, the longer the opening scroll is and stuff like with that. And it's gotten to a point where it's just like 5 minutes as we're about to watch a movie and nobody is gonna go skip it. So me and my family just stare at each other, waiting for the movie to start. And it's just kind of, you can tell that it's a bit awkward. So we're just standing there and waiting and stuff. And yeah, the movie I'm talking about specifically is Splash, another Tom Hanks film where he is in love with a mermaid. That's all you need to know. A root do. I've already root do twice so far, so not even twice. Put a little counter on top of the video how many times I say root do for no reason. Yes, sir. It's a pretty chill quarantine time. It's been 2 months. I'm ready to go back home. Not back home, back to school. Because I like talking to people who aren't related to me. Yeah. I find that one of the joys of my life. Just hanging out with friends and stuff. But yeah, no, I hope everyone's staying safe and staying to themselves, and that everyone's just chilling and enjoying life and all of the wonderful things. I think it's time for some hot takes. So I have a few stories to tell. Like news stories. There's not a lot of stuff funny happens to me. Haha. Unless no, but I figured I would pull up some stories in case you wanted to hear Jude's hot takes. So, hot take number 1. We have a new TikTok CEO. I don't use TikTok, of course, but when I did, I was obviously the most famous person on it. And yeah, it's a very interesting / raunchy place to be. It's just whatever you can do to make people laugh or turned on. Those are the two things you go on TikTok to do. And I, of course, made people laugh. But now, as of recently, let's see this dude's Kevin Mayer. Kevin Mayer. I wonder if he was a mayor before. Kevin Mayer, who is a previous Disney rep. He was one of the higher ranking people in there. He was getting close to actually running the company, but it says here he has left to run TikTok. He's becoming the chief executive officer of the incredibly popular video app and also take the role of chief operating officer at ByteDance. ByteDance is apparently the parent company of TikTok. So, oh gosh, I personally, when I read this, I'm a bit concerned because you know how Disney people are. They, of course, like to. I mean, they don't always like to keep it clean, but they certainly are just a powerhouse of industry stuff. And there you have to have a ton of branding and stuff and a ton of advertising, and I don't really know how it works because I am not big brain in the head, but these guys are big brain in the head. So this dude is now going to be in charge of, hold up, let me read this. He oversaw the launch of Disney Plus, this guy. So, yeah. I don't know if anyone else is as like, oh man. Everyone's probably like, Jude, what are you concerned about? I just don't know if a Disney man should be running TikTok, because it is a land of chaos, and it is a hellish hellscape of e-boys and e-girls, and I just don't know how this dude's gonna do, because he comes from a land of fantasy and fun, and yeah, but this is probably not the hot takes you're coming to me for. But in case you just want to know something, in case you want a little knowledge nugget, CEO, no, TikTok, not the app CEO, TikTok has got a new CEO, and he is apparently a mayor, or his last name's Mayor. So, oh, everyone's saying that's what TikTok needs. No, I think TikTok needs to be shut down, and I think we bring Vine back. There are only like 3 TikToker people that I enjoy watching, and the rest of it is just hot take, basic, just people dancing, which everyone has the right to dance, but everyone's just thinking it's like the new Vine, which is what I want. I want Vine back. Hot take, Jude Mercer wants Vine back, and I am willing to do anything to get it. I want it back so bad, and it was great, and I miss it quite a bit. Like, quality content such as, Country Boy, I love you, like that. You don't get to see that on TikTok anymore. Nope. But you can see a dude with his shirt off dancing to the Macarena. And that's not too interesting to me. Anyways, next hot take. Ooh, this is a good one. Apparently, some restaurants now, to get people to stay away from each other, are using pool inflatables to keep them at a certain width apart from each other. So a few pictures here are basically some people are in a giant inner tube strapped to wheels, so they can't get close enough to each other, and they look like giant babies and giant little baby thingies. You know, those bouncy things where you're like, I want my child to watch itself. So you hang it up by the wall and it jumps up and down. It's like one of those. And yeah, they're just literally chilling in these giant inflatables and stuff. But even better than that, people have to wear pool noodles on their heads. Just pool noodles on their heads, balancing it like it's somehow attached to them. So they have to stay in noodles width apart from everyone. It's like the center of it is on the center of their head. So I'm gonna look at more. Just get some more facts for you here on the pool noodle hat thing. It's for social distancing, but if social distancing means I have to wear a pool noodle on my head that's attached to a fedora, is the world really worth saving? I mean, do we really want to stop this thing? Maybe if we are supposed to choose between wearing a pool noodle on your head, wearing 2 pool noodles on your head, it looks like a really large propeller hat, wearing a double noodle fedora, or certain death, I will pick certain death every single time. It's in Berlin. A cafe in Germany has celebrated its grand reopening to customers after lockdown by handing out pool noodles to maintain social distancing. Keep the social distance is what they're saying. You gotta stay. Oh, it's Germany is reopening up, but everyone has to stay in noodles width apart. Did you have to pick noodles, Germany? Did you have to pick pool noodles? Okay, yeah, they're light. Sure. Maybe I just have a bad history with pool noodles. So far, both hot takes have been me just getting mad at things. But that is a little bit of, like, pool noodles. I love that idea so much, but also something inside me says I should hate it. Like, wearing giant propeller hats, like they're basically human Beyblades. They're basically just walking around, and what happens? Like, oh, your pool noodle touched mine. Nope, sorry. Yeah, I have the kung flu now. Ah, man, it's funny, but also at what cost are we saving ourselves? I, of course, am joking. And I do believe that we should just stay inside, honestly. We should wait for this to pass. I don't want to lose any more people to this thing. So I don't think the solution to stopping the COVID spread is by wearing a pool noodle on your head. And that rhymed, so it has to be true. Okay, what we at? We're at the big 3-0. 30 minutes. Okay. Next hot take. This is my favorite one. Shoplifters wearing watermelon mask pose for pictures before robbery. Pardon? That's right, folks. A man who wore a watermelon on his head was... Oh, he's been arrested? No! Dude! Okay, you can't see the picture, but imagine you hollowed out a watermelon and you wore it on your head. That's what these people wore as they stole from a convenience store in a small Virginia town. Okay, they entered the store with holes carved in for their eyes. The Watermelon Bandits, everyone. They're called people like a pair of melon heads. Okay, the Watermelon Bandits have struck again, stealing from convenience stores. Okay, this whole quarantine has made me start several different hobbies, such as this podcast. But at what point should staying inside make you think, all right, let's rob a store but wear watermelons? Like, that is just the funniest. If you, I wish I could like add in a picture here. Google it for yourself. Just search up watermelon robbery. I think that would work. Or Virginia watermelon robbery. The Watermelon Bandits have struck again. Why would they do that? And people are only concerned that it took them a long time. Like, it took them so long to actually carve out the watermelon. Imagine scooping out a water instead of just like getting a mask or something. They took the time to scoop out a watermelon. This has got to be for the memes, bro. This has got to be for the memes. Dude, please Google this. Please Google Watermelon Bandits or this. I don't even know. Just watermelon mask robbery. That's so stupid that they would. If in Leamington a string of robberies happen and the only person they can see is a person wearing a watermelon for a head, that's me. And I do this in the name of the Watermelon Bandit Creed. Yep. Watermelon Bandits. Now that is just too good. Alright, any other hot takes we have left? There's just a lot of sad news and stuff about COVID. And people, there's a lot of death going on, so please just, like, stay safe, guys. Don't do anything dumb. Don't, like, okay, hang out with people who, don't hang out in large groups. If you are having to go see someone because you're just that bored, make sure you're both not sick, and just try to avoid social places. I'm just basically a broken record here, but if everyone keeps dying, the funny news can't keep showing up. And how am I supposed to make a podcast without the funny? The funny. All right. Getting close to 35 minutes here. few quick bits of information for you. I went around and surveyed my family. If they had to kiss one of the M&Ms, what would it be? And everyone said red. The Danny DeVito M&M. Everyone, including Dax, said the red one. I personally would go for the yellow, but if you're listening, comment below which M&M would you kiss and why out of the M&Ms, like the ones with the faces, if you had to kiss one of them. Because that's the information we need to be spreading around. That is all the information that we need to know. It's very important. Man. I wish more stuff happened to me recently. I got back on Minecraft for the first time in a while. I haven't really been playing Minecraft as much. I don't even know why I'm saying that, as if like people expect me to normally play Minecraft. It's just a fun game to fool around with people and stuff. My friend Zach has a secret giant creation, which is a giant block, and he's not telling me what it's for. But yeah, we're making it. It's a 64 by 64 cobblestone block, and it's huge, and it's meaningless. But don't tell him that. The block is actually named Jenny, because don't be fooled by the rocks that it's got. It's still Jenny from the block. In case you wanted to know. Here's another fact for you today. The block that I'm building on Zach's server is called Jenny. Fun fact for you there. Yeah. Okay. 36 minutes. Do you know what? We could just wrap it up at maybe like 40 or stuff, yeah. I'm sure I've talked for a while and people aren't as interested in what I have to say. Yeah, I'm just hoping a lot more stuff happens. I'm gonna try to get outside and get some stories to tell you, find some more epic hot take news and stuff. So you have a lot more to listen to. I am trying to make this a good podcast, so let's see if I can make it a good podcast. I actually trying to put some effort into this. Not like I'm trying to get it popular or stuff or have a lot of subscribers. That's not what I'm doing. I just feel like I shouldn't have a podcast, so I have a podcast now. And I enjoy making these. I would not be sitting here for 37 minutes and 51 seconds if it wasn't for the fact that I do enjoy talking to myself for long periods of time. And I think it's just because I'm insane and I already do talk to myself, right guys? Yeah. Of course, man, you're always talking to yourself, right? Yeah. Thanks, voices in my head. That was the stupidest joke I've done so far. Out of all the things I've said so far, that is the one I regret. Yeah, we're gonna updates and plans for the pod. I'm going to maybe start getting some video, which would be just propping my phone camera up so you can see me talking. Because that gives you something to look at, of course, while you're watching this. But you probably just feel bad for me, so you put it on in the background while you go do something. But yeah, well, plug it. Tell your friends about this. No, unless. Okay, here's something. If you have a friend you don't like, tell them about this podcast and tell them to listen to it, which is good. I would love to see some of that. Yeah. This of course is just. I really want to have people on a podcast, so I have to make a podcast first, and I have to have interesting things happening to me. So I don't know if I should just start telling random wacky stories about things that have happened. Of course, I need some wacky stories, so if you have any wacky stories, you can always tell me so I could tell other people, even though it's not really my place to do that, so it's up to you. If you'd like to you can come on the pod and tell them. How about that? If you have some wacky stories to tell, some Christian goodness, not about Christianity, but just clean, good swell old times, you can come on the pod and we can talk about it because, yes. Yeah, of course. I'm hoping to have some people on. I figured I'm going to do maybe like 5 of these, and on the 5th one, have somebody on, so you can look forward to that, because I think this podcast would do better with another person talking with me. I could get Dax to, I could get just friends and people to come on this, so we can just talk and stuff, so I can talk longer. And of course, I will probably want to find more stories, have more interesting things happen to me, go out and do, not go out, haha, stay inside and do more interesting things, so I have more to talk to you about. So, yeah, I wanted to just keep making these podcasts over and over and over, but then I'm starting to see that those would just be like 5-minute podcasts, so be expecting like maybe a week or less between episodes, if you actually enjoy listening to this. Maybe put like a week in between them, so I will have something to talk about. I promise you I will find content. If you can't tell, I'm just stalling because I want it to be longer. I want to reach that 45-minute mark. And I'm trying to find a way to encapsulate you guys, so you'll want to stay. So, yeah. I'm still on a topic that I'm not even talking about. We're gonna get hopefully better mics than this little microphone close to my face. Because my dad works at a church and all the equipment's going unused. So, expect better quality coming up soon. And I'm trying to figure out how to get this on Spotify. Because, of course, you want to listen to me on the go. So I'm trying to figure that out. Yeah. Trying to get this pod out there. So my close friends and stuff will want to listen to it. So then they can be on it. So then I can talk about stuff. Because I do enjoy this. This is one of my dreams, to have a little really bad podcast. So because you listen to this, you have made my dream come true. And it's only 2 episodes in, but you have already achieved that. So, anyways, yeah, we're at 42 minutes. I'm going to wrap it up because you got stuff to do. Yeah, remember, question of the week: which M&M would you kiss and why? Comment below. If you do not know, there is a red one, a blue one, a green one, a yellow one, a brown one, and an orange one. And the brown and the green are technically the same. One's just naked. And those are the girls, in case you don't know. But I'm not afraid to admit it. Yeah, the orange one kind of cute. My favorite color is yellow, but I did say yellow. I don't know why I was going with orange. Boo, orange. No, yellow. The yellow one, what a cutie. Gotta love him. Ah, yeah. And the blue one's kind of a jerk, I think. No, the red one's the jerk. Ah, man, I don't got my M&M lore. I do not have my M&M lore down packed. So, we'll be working on that. Remember, leave a comment below. It's important. You have to comment which M&M you would kiss. It is important for data purposes. So make sure you do that. If not kiss, just hang out and be friends with, because I really need to know this. But yeah, thank you for listening today. If you've made it this far in the video and you've stuck around and you didn't just skip to the end for the gold star, bam! Gold star for you. If you've listened all the way through to the first and the second one, you're already at like what? 2 gold stars? That's pretty good. I think that's a good deal for you listening to this. Thank you so much. If you liked it, let me know. Yeah, if this is nice, like this video. If not, don't like it and encourage me to quit. But I am a stubborn fella, so good luck with that. Yeah, but just thank you. Thanks for coming out, everyone. And I will see you in the next episode. Have a swell old time. Stay safe. I love you all. That's weird. Y'all are bros, because that's a gender neutral term. And yeah, okay. See you next week on the Christian Boy Podcast.